All right, welcome back to another little bit of Korea from us. We're snacky, so we decided we'd show y'all some snackies. Is that a real word, snackies?
If you ask Baby Yoda, it is.
All right, so one of the more, let's say, culturally famous snacks from Korea is the Choco Pie, which, depending on which Korean you ask, is either a wholly Korean, thing entirely thought up in Korea or not.
Which came first, Chuck? The moon pie or the Choco Pie?
Well, according to Wikipedia, it was the moon pie.
1929.
All right, so, and if you meander on down through that Wikipedia article, which I will try to remember to put in the description below, 1958, it made its way over to Japan somewhere, but we don't really care about that.
And they called it the angel pie.
Yes. We don't really care about that one so much because we're in Korea. And in Korea, it was 1973. 1973 got here, and it was
Tongyang Confectionery, which eventually became Orion, came out with the very first Choco Pie in Korea.
Right. So if you're in Korea and you find an Orion Choco Pie, that is technically the original Korean version of the Choco Pie.
And the difference between moon pie and Choco Pie is moon pie has like the graham crackery, marshmallowy flavor. Choco Pie is actually different. It's actually more cakey.
Depending on which brand you get, it's anywhere from closer to like a little Hostess cake with cream in the center of it to a little more like a moon pie with a denser cake and a more, I wouldn't call it a marshmallow fluff, but it would be a firmer than like a whipped cream.
So it's definitely not marshmallow in these, but very good. So we have some varieties here. So what do you want to start with?
Well, let's start
with the original?
Let's start with the original.
So the original is Orion.
Oh, by the way, minor side note, the company that became Orion and named it the Choco Pie never
got a patent for their
never patented the name until much later, and several other companies had them with several.
They actually never patented it because they
tried to sue the other companies that had released products with very similar names, and basically the court said, no. You let it become a public phenomenon, now it's just public lexicon. Same way as when people talk about copy machines, they'll still call it a Xerox.
So this is a Choco Pie from the store. So this is the boxed ones that they put out at the store.
This is not the way to use a knife.
Yeah, what are you
boys
doing?
And girls?
If I did this, he'd yell at me.
It is a bad knife skill, but I'm fairly used to doing that. So you got your little, this one's kind of got a dense cake, and then, yeah, that one's marshmallowy. That one's very stiff.
So that one's a more marshmallowy type. So this is the original version. And this actually, I'm talking with my mouth full, is marshmallow in this one.
So this does actually taste very reminiscent of a moon pie, which is why when my ex gave me one for the first time, I took a bite out of it and said, this is a moon pie. She actually got mad at me. It was rather amusing because she's like this tall.
So the next one we're going to try.
Not sure what brand this is, but they were on sale.
It was at our local convenience store. So.
Oh, this is a little one.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to get a second one, or are you just going to split that in half?
I'll just split this one. So this one, oh, that's not.
Oh, that's a weird filling. Okay.
All right, let me taste this one.
All right, so see the filling.
It's very firm. This is one of those Korean jellies. I don't know which one right off the top of my head. I don't think it's acorn jelly, but it's very similar.
It's not terrible.
Honestly, it's rather bland. These things don't have a lot of inherent flavor, these little Korean jellies. So mainly all you're getting is
dry and bland.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is going to be the Lotte version. And this is a specific version because this has blueberry in it. Okay, so the Lotte version of the Choco Pie with blueberry. So the cake on this one, a little more pinkish, so it's got blueberry in it, and then it's got a line of blueberry in the center of the fluff. And chocolate and blueberry is pretty good together.
That's not bad. At first, it's got a little hint of chemical-y to it. Almost like, like when you get like a jam or something, a cheap jam, it gets that kind of preservative-ish chemical front end before the flavor really sets in.
It definitely has a processed flavor. And the reason we can tell you that it has a processed flavor is because of Choco Pie House.
We're getting to that one.
We're getting there. Well, Choco Pie House was an awesome find of ours. Okay, so Choco Pie House.
Choco Pie House. So this is still technically this brand. It's Orion, but this is their premium, high-end, decadent.
So whereas
Choco Pies.
this box here was how much?
That box, I think, was 4,001.
Yeah, so this has 12 of them in there. This one here is like 2,000 won or 2,500 won.
I think each of these was 2,500 won. So these two Choco Pies are worth
That
slightly
box.
more than that whole box. Now, granted, there's like, what, 12 in there?
12.
There's 12 in there. Each one of these is probably about the size of two and a half regular Choco Pies.
Okay, so what we've got here, when I saw this when we were at Youngsan Station, they had advertised a halabong, which is orange, which we tasted in Jeju, which was fabulous, and red velvet. The red velvet is what caught my eye, but I couldn't leave the orange behind either because chocolate and orange is awesome.
So, first off, I keep forgetting Korean bags are designed to be open long ways. Well, first off, it comes in its own carry pack.
And it's big.
All right, so original size, premium size.
Mm-hmm. This was just an awesome find of ours. We were both happy to find this.
First off, the cake in this is so much more soft.
Okay, and so this is the one with the halabong orange.
The chocolate melts a lot more at like room temperature. It starts sticking to your fingers almost immediately, so it's not that hard, waxy candy chocolate.
Chocolate and orange together. If you've never had it, really good.
If you can see the squish in that, this is very soft.
And it has a little orange.
Oh yeah, it's got little chunks of orange mixed in it.
This was an excellent find.
These are good stuff.
It's a good thing that we don't know if there's one close to us.
As far as we know at the moment, we have to go into Seoul to get these. So at least that keeps us from going and getting these every weekend.
Pretty much, yeah.
So here's our second one, the red velvet. It also, same thing, has its own little carrier. Coming apart slightly. So
Check out the red velvet.
got a little moisture in it. So while Choco Pie, the original, might be, kind of a standard classic, if you happen to be wandering through Korea somewhere and you see Choco Pie House, it is worth the money. Now, I wouldn't say buy 50 of them.
Well, no,
That would be kind of dumb.
they did have some deals, but I didn't look at the deals because we were in a hurry. So I just grabbed one of each of those and said, let's go.
But if you're considering, 4,000 to 5,000 won for a box of 12, or you're considering, 2 to 4,000 won, depending on the flavor.
No, I think it was like two to three. I don't think it was any more than that.
Okay, so maybe 2,000 to 3,000-ish won
Per big cake.
per big cake for different flavors. This is actually worth the difference.
To be fair, though, we did buy this box here, and it has 12 of them in it, and it was 2,000 won on sale at Emart. And those are pretty good.
So
You got options when it comes to Choco Pie around here. But if you want the fresher option, I definitely would recommend Choco Pie House. If you want flavor, this one by Latte was really good and only 2,000 won. If you want the original and just want to stay with the original, then just go for the Orion. Otherwise, just get a moon pie. But it's definitely not a moon pie.
it is definitely not a moon pie, but it is very reminiscent
It's close.
when you get the original. These other ones over here, they're a little further away. They're a little more
Premium.
a little more, I would say, like snack cakey, like Little Debbie or Little Hostess or whatever kind of texture to it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't buy these all the time. But as a one-off splurge, like, hey, I want one big moon pie instead of having to buy 2 or 3 little ones. Yeah, rock on. Get it. Anyway.
This was a good choice.
These were a good choice to
This
get.
was my find. This was a good find.
Anyway, so that's your snack video for today. Like we needed snacks.
Now the dogs are looking at me like, where are they? Where are snacks?
Anyway, so, like, subscribe. If you want to see anything in specific, let us know. We're easy. Have fun.